Hi guys, this is definitely Daisy. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, kindly do that thing hapo chini. So it's a beautiful day. I have this amazing person with me. So he's gonna tell us his name, what he does, and trust me guys, you won't regret this. So hi.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How do you do?
Fine, thanks. Sorry, could be looking a bit more, so I should be looking that way.
I know, doing this.
Yeah, my name is Byron Adera.
Yeah.
I wear a lot of hats, but I'd like to talk about, myself as a man,
Okay.
a solid man for that matter, a guy who cares. And
That's
so
nice.
Byron Adera is a Kenyan, a global citizen. Started off in terms of my professional, life as an army cadet or, officer. Graduated into the Kenya Parachute Regiment, so sindo wale wasiruka na parachutes. And I'm honored.
Scary.
Yes, it's scary before you get to do the business.
Okay.
They say in our parachute regiment, the paras say knowledge dispels fear.
I imagine myself doing that.
Yes.
By the time I'll be landing, I'll be dead.
Not at all. Just like what you do now. You get to know exactly what you're doing, and you appreciate the dangers involved.
And you learn with time, right?
And you learn with time. Yeah. So, and then I'm honored to have started literally pioneered the Kenya Special Forces. So right here with you is a guy who, for this country, belonged among the fewest, the finest, the bravest, the very best.
Salute.
For this nation, yes. And yeah, so that's myself. I'm a global citizen, as I said, and I'd say I'm a solid man, and I think solid men are defined by women who care. And in my case, as they talk about the three greatest women in your life,
Okay.
for me, I have one too many. Women who I really appreciate. My mom, who got to mold the man that you see here today. So I really
appreciate men who appreciate women.
Yes, and I really do care about women a lot.
That's so
we are having this discussion again as the backdrop of what happened to our lovely lady along formerly Forest Road, now Professor Wangari Maathai Road, and God rest her soul in eternal peace. I'm happy that the road was named after a solid woman like her. So yeah, that would do for the introduction for today.
Your profile is quite large and it's amazing.
Thank you so much.
I'm quite honored to be standing next to you. I must say that.
Thank you.
Okay. So guys, today we are with Byron Adera. Byron Adera, an ex-soldier, guys. So we're gonna do a story today with him and see what he has for us. So, Byron.
Yes.
You are a parent, right?
Yes, I am.
A parent. So, in your parenting, okay, according to the profile just given us, you are a person who travels a lot. I assume that. That's right.
That's right. Yes, I do.
So I don't know how has it been with you traveling and raising your kids.
Well,
the time of your kids, as in, how has it been?
Yes, well, I mean that journey has been defined by a lot of situations. Right now, I have a son, Billy, and the society that and Hassan, Fidel, there's deep stories about this. So I'd like to pretty much take it from the army life, and I think fairly much we're impacted by in my personal case, absence for long durations, and that messed my life up. Predominantly, it actually messed my relationship, my marriage then, to a point where we parted ways.
How did it mess your life?
Reason why I'm actually here and I do some of these things is I'm really passionate about mental health.
Oh, sure.
And I'm right here bravely demonstrating overcoming the ravages of mental health. I was exposed to post-traumatic stress disorder. We operated a lot, seen crazy stuff. Talk Somalia, talk Mount Elgon, talk even the population violence. So we were thrashed right in the middle of Eldoret as it was. That was the hottest spot, right?
Yeah.
But so all those things, the absence, and you were new in this. Sometimes you don't get to understand each other, and especially when you start to go through mental health. I know you guys now know about that. So that's a family that. So my second son, Billy, who's my best friend. We have a great relationship, yes, with my Billy's mother, and so we raise him solidly knowing he has a mom and a dad, and I think very much that's what the society lacks in today. that you can be finding families that are pretty much even together, living under the same roof.
Allow me to cut you short.
Yes.
But their families, they have a father and a mother, but
Yeah.
then it's not like one of them is existing and one of them. Okay,
Absolutely.
the father is existing physically, but not emotionally.
Absolutely.
And
So that's what I'm coming to, and I'm saying there's people who've done a great job. Right now we have blended families right now, and those are the realities today. And we also have, apart from blended families, you have single parent parenting. We have single parents who are raising, and some of them are doing a great job at it. And you could as well be having, both parents existing, and as well you are under one roof. So we have what we call on our YouTube channel at Byron Adera, what we call dual series. I'm a Luo, so dual is a fireplace for Luo, yeah? So we call it dual. So we have a dual series. So we actually, in my place, we actually have a physical bonfire. And I invite guys and we have a chat and a talk about societal issues.
You bond.
Absolutely. Several families. And
that's nice.
Yes, and I provide stuff to bring guys together. The Nigerians have it. It's a proverb or saying.
So you do that in your community back at home?
No, it's right here in Nairobi.
Oh.
At home too. I mean, you should grace one of the dual series.
I mean, I'm honored.
Yes, and bring your people, bring your girls, bring your friends, anybody. And come, we talk, because a society and a community that talks together raises answers to, challenges that they face together. So I was saying, and I told guys quite a few times, and our episodes talk about it, that you could as well be having parents existing under one roof. It's a function of family that has a husband and a wife, for that matter, man and a woman. But our children grow up just like trees do in the forest. Like there's no mentorship. Everybody's for themselves. They're physically there, like you were saying, but emotionally they're absent. They're physically there, socially they're absent. And of course, in the current times in which we live, social media has taken center stage. You visit homes, you and I would go to people's homes and you're going to visit, but you are really not appreciated as a visitor, because everybody's on their phones and everybody chatting, and the children and their tabs and playing games. So the value systems that we had in the society then are not playing out really well in the society we are raising today. So we dropped the ball somewhere, and I think that's the answer that we got to seek.
And about the current society, the current generation, with the kids and the social media and such things, I find that most of the kids get to find information from the internet. But I think it should come from the parent. It should come from the source of the parent. Like, you should make your kid be very open with you. You give him or her all information that she needs. Like, she doesn't have, or he doesn't have to go to social media to fetch this information.
You are right. I mean, a lot of the points that you raised here are valid. I would say 90% valid, 10% maybe they both end. And this is why we are talking. So valid because as children grow up, there's an age below which they are not able to take perspectives. They don't know what's going on. And that's why even life in general is brought up by two things. It's both nature and nurture. The nature part of it is that you fathered a child and they come out looking like a human being, so they're a human being. The nurture part of it is that their value systems, their habits,
the environment.
So socialization and everything else is shaped by the environment. And the environment starts with, like Charity beginning home, starts with the people that they're exposed to, including the religion that they take on. You probably, a Catholic or an Anglican or whatever. An SDA. Because maybe your parents were?
Sure, SDA.
Exactly. If you are born somewhere else at a world where you could be a Buddhist, fairly much because of that upbringing. And that is where we are failing big time. So the ball we are talking about was dropped long ago. So you find people, left to their own schemes. Our children are supposed to social media, and where they get socialization from other people half a world away or practically several worlds away, because there's things that they're exposed to that just are still existing within the realm of people's imaginations. But you find, and that's how you see very crazy things happening in the society today. So yes, there's a certain age where parents need to actually drop into that gap. And you don't need to be all knowing. What you need to impart in the people and the kids that are under us for even guardianship. And there's an interesting point to it in terms of how the society did bring us up together and bring a society like that's solid in terms of cultures and moral values and just the whole worldview. Is that the society was very collectivist in its approach, and so that it sealed several gaps that could exist if you're just facing life alone. as a family, I may be lacking in an area or another, but so and so's, family or
Other
it's all
families.
knowing. And so when you have a hybrid of different sorts of wisdom and people, in a way changia to bring up something solid, and that was called the society then. So you find people abroad,
Which is different with the current
with the
society.
current society. Everybody's for themselves. Trust me, even where you live today, you probably don't know your neighbor.
Sure, you're really sure.
And
You're really
even what they stand for,
That's correct.
And if your kids were to go out to play with other kids, it ends right there. And chances are parents also don't even get to know their kids and their kids' friends. Or,
they don't have time.
They don't have time. It only comes when the punishment is supposed to be meted. Like, oh, they fought with so and so, they fought with so, and those are the only discussions. But we don't get to understand our kids' aspirations and also guide them through the business of life. So that is fairly lacking in the society in which we live in today. So we are very individualistic in somewhat a collectivist society, because we go through life together. So it's very heavy on every individual's shoulders, because everybody is suffering
for themselves,
the challenges and for themselves and by themselves. When if we did connect, we'd possibly having
a better solution,
better solutions, and life would be easier for all of us. Because as Margaret Whitley did say, when we seek for connection, we restore the earth to wholeness. Our seemingly separate lives become more meaningful when we realize how necessary we are to each other.
Unity, right?
Unity.